What goes through your mind when you step out on that stage?
You know, for me, I want to enjoy myself. You know, I'm not really ever thinking about the audience or who's in the audience. But of course, you feed off of the way they respond, which is exciting and which is so great about live performances. Every time I go onto the stage, no matter how old or new the role is, I want to be better each time.
You're so young, and yet you're still a traditionalist, a purist when it comes to the art of ballet.
Definitely. You know, being different, looking different, not being your typical classical ballerina. You know, my goal is not to change the history of ballet or the tradition of it. That's what I love about it. I wouldn't be a part of this if that's not what I liked. I love the structure. I love just carrying on such an incredible art form, but just kind of being a different face for it.
I was looking at the Italian Vogue shots that you were in, and I mentioned to a male colleague that I was coming to interview you, and he said, "Oh, wow, she's a sex symbol." What is that like for you?
I don't know about sex symbol, but you know, I think that that's another thing that I just want to broaden again the audiences of classical ballet and show them how many amazing parts there are to this world, and coming to different ballets. You know, I was speaking of La Bayadere earlier, and it's set in India, and it's so sensual, and all of these characters and the choreography, but there are so many different ballets that I feel like people aren't aware of. So that's something that's in me, and it comes out with different characters I'm playing.
Ballet dancers don't have to be prim and proper, always.
No, I mean, we're actors and actresses, so whatever role we're taking on, that comes out in the choreography we're doing or how we approach a role. I think it's important for people to see us beyond the stage and to see the work that goes into it. I think that's what's going to make people more interested in it, that we're not these perfect little, you know, music box dolls that appear on the stage, but that there's so much that goes into what we do. You know, the injuries we've all had and experienced are things that football players go through and basketball players. So
you're hardcore athletes.
Yeah, we are. I'd say that we train just as hard or harder than any athlete.
Sketch out a day in the life of Misty Copeland.
Every day's pretty similar. When I'm in a rehearsal period, I'm up at 8 a.m. I have ballet class every morning to warm us up for the rehearsal day, so that's at 10:15 until 11:45. We have a 15-minute break before the rehearsals start, and we pretty much rehearse from 12 to 7, 5 days a week. Occasionally having a lunch break in there, but sometimes you just don't have the time, so you've always got tons of snacks in your bag, or you can call from the studio and have lunch delivered. And then when we're in the theater and when we're in performance season, we're pretty much in the theater from 10 a.m. to almost 11 p.m. at night, just rehearsing and performing. But it's nice to have that consistency when you're in the theater, to just kind of keep going. You
had this very famous collaboration with Prince, and it again sort of broadened the audience to look at ballet again.
In a different way, too.
In a different way. What were you trying to say in that collaboration? What was the message?
You know, when I first was in touch with him, you know, I thought very carefully about why. Like, I don't want to ever do anything to sacrifice my art form or to just be out there. What I wanted was for more people to see ballet. And that's exactly what he did, performing at Madison Square Garden, you know, on the Lopez Tonight Show. It made it cool.
We've all seen the movie Black Swan, right? Is there any truth to that fiction, that there's all this, like, you know, darkness in the world of ballet?
I think in any art form or in anywhere, I mean, if you dig deep enough, there's always opposing sides. I think that each of the storylines and things that happened in Black Swan came from some truth. but it was very dramatic. I loved the movie personally, but no, that's not our world. It's not our everyday life, and most people don't experience any of that as a classical dancer. When you're in a company, you're usually in that company for years. And I've been a part of ABT since I was 16, and I consider this a family. I've grown up with so many of these people, so it's not that kind of competition.
What mountains do you have yet to climb in the world of ballet?
Oh, so many. There's just so many roles that I would like to do. I would like to be given the chance to do principal roles, to then decide whether or not I should be a principal. And for that to be based on my talent and nothing else.